We're going to move on now to one of my favourites, Celebrity. I'm going to be cruising with them in May, actually, and this is on board the Celebrity Millennium.
Yeah.
And it's a chance to visit Singapore, Indonesia and Malaysia.
Well, it's another huge saving, well, Sean. £750 off brochure price, and that's amazing when you're looking, again, at a five-star product like Celebrity.
Yeah.
You know, beautiful, beautiful. And again, they offer exceptional levels of personal service. Some of the accommodation that's amongst the most spacious at sea. A wide level of different activities and amenities, lovely artistic surroundings for you to enjoy, and of course great wine workshops as well, which we don't often mention. Rydell Comparative Workshops, which is the first at sea, and a great acupuncture at sea programme. They like to innovate as well. They've got a wonderful martini bar on here, which is ice-topped. And
I remember
as
that,
you go up
yes,
there, it's really fun, and you know the flashers, as they call them. That's what they call them. They'll actually do the flashing. Which, don't get me wrong, this is talking about juggling. You know, like you see Tom Cruise in Cocktail.
I remember it.
There's so much activity.
You can spend all evening just watching them do that.
You really, and some people do. They don't move out of the martini bar because that's what they like to do with their cruise.
And the whole style of Celebrity, it's contemporary, it's modern, it's sleek, stunning. Now we're flying over to Singapore, and we actually get an extra night here, don't we, in a hand-picked hotel?
Yeah, we do. It's the commercial centre of Southeast Asia. It's a modern metropolis, high-rise buildings, Chinese shop houses with red-tiled roofs, sturdy Victorian buildings, Buddhist temples and Arab bazaars. You can relax on the beaches of Sentosa Island. You can be amazed and walk into the world's largest bird aviary, or take in all the sights on a river cruise. And if you have time, see it all from the beach and pool at the top of the Marina Bay Sands Hotel, that wonderful ship that sits on board the three kind of high-rise towers.
I'd love to experience that.
It's incredible. This is an ever-fascinating island boasting colourful traditions, luxurious hotels and some of the finest duty-free shopping in the world. I've not even mentioned the wonderful zoo.
And can you visit that one night as well?
You can. Yeah. The night safari is the #1 attraction. That's the Marina Bay Sands Hotel.
Oh yes,
that I was
look at
talking
that.
about
That's a ship.
A big pool in the front and an artificial sand at the top there. But the night safari is the #1 attraction in Singapore for years and years and years. Got Universal Studios there as well. And of course there's raffles there. Go and do the Singapore sling, throw your nuts on the floor. Brilliant news.
And remember, you've got a night there in your hotel, but also you are overnight on board, so you have got quite a decent amount of time.
Yeah, great chance to explore it. Then, of course, we're on to the cruise. As you said, you've got that chance there in Singapore. Then you've got a relaxing day at sea. And then we're to Bali, Sean. Now, this is great because it's so rare. 2 overnights on board in Bali. Look at this beautiful place here. This is incredible temple. And this is some of the views, some of the vistas you're going to get with Bali. It's an enchanting, lush, verdant isle where rice terraces colour every available acre with a brilliant green of young shoots. You've got volcanic peaks said to house the gods. It's a deeply spiritual place. Beautiful, artful offerings of flowers and incense, they're ever present. And there's hundreds of thousands of temples scattered around this island. Many of them host festivals almost on a daily basis. It's culturally rich. Each village has its own special personality. There's lots of music, dance, painting and sculpture. The beaches are incredible and amazing. But if you want the real Bali, head into the hills and see a place that is just like none other on earth.
So I'm just checking the date of this one. I'm very, very tempted.
Well, you want to extend that? You want to extend that holiday time you get? Don't you?
Well, it gets even better because a place that I really want to visit is Komodo Island.
This is great. Now, about 100 years ago, some Dutch sailors discovered this island. They returned home talking about fire-breathing dragons. And of course, we know this now. That this is the Komodo dragon. This is the only place in the world where you get to see the Komodo dragon. It's a national park. So if you want to explore it, you need to book a tour, and you can book those tours through Planet Cruise. Incredible. This is an amazing chance for you to go and enjoy.
And here,
this is it. Yeah, the world's largest and heaviest lizard.
Wow.
They reach 10 feet in length, over 300 pounds, and this is an UNESCO heritage site. And you can just walk round. Now, there's also on this island 1,000 species of fish, 260 species of reef-building coral, manta ray sharks, dolphins, turtles, and more. It really is an amazing place. But again, you do need to book a tour because it's a tender port, so they'll be taking you in by the ships. But you do need to book a tour to enjoy it because it's protected. It's a protected environment.
I tell you, we hardly ever see Komodo Island come up on the itinerary.
Very rare, Sean, you're right.
Very rare. Again, we're featuring this tonight because we think it's one of the very, very best trips across to the Far East. Now, you've got 3 days at sea, and then we're making our way over to Phuket.
Yeah, Phuket in Thailand. It's floating in the sparkling waters of the Andaman Sea now. Palm-fringed white beaches encircling lush green interior. It's a nirvana for water sports enthusiasts, golfers, love the championship courses it has there, nature lovers who'll be thrilled by the breathtaking scenery, of the Phang Nang Bay which is absolutely stunning. And then, of course, you can cruise round it, and it's full of these wonderful limestone casks thrusting up from the water's surface. And if that isn't enough, try an elephant ride through the jungle, maybe a soothing Thai massage, or go through some of the stores and galleries in the old Chinese shop houses of the old town in Phuket. It's incredible.
Doesn't it sound fantastic? And then Malaysia next.
Langkawi. This is it's 99 tropical islands lying off the northwest coast of Malaysia. They're shrouded with the intriguing heritage of myths and legends about ogres and gigantic birds, warriors and fairy princesses. You'd love this, Sean. But to a large extent, Langkawi is still a rural island full of small villages and rice paddies. Most of the population are farmers and fisher folk. And although there is lots of swaying coconut palms and long sandy beaches, the interior is mainly untouched, and it's covered in tropical rainforests. There's caves and waterfalls, great jungle trekking which is alive with monkeys and over 200 species of bird, and a cable car which runs high up into the mountains for splendid views, and then of course downhill hikes, and a marine park that just is amazing for diving and snorkeling.
And then one final stop.
Yeah, this is great. Port Kelang, this is your chance to go to Kuala Lumpur. Steel and glass towers standing side by side with graceful stone colonial buildings. Mosques adorned with slender minarets. It's the commercial, financial and economic heart of Malaysia. And it's a great melting pot. And it's also one of the world's great eating capitals. Go and try some of the street food. You know, a good friend of ours, Simon, absolutely loves this place. You know, he loves this food. And he just said he just had a great time eating here.
And that's one of our producers here, by the way. And then you disembark, of course, in Singapore, which we saw earlier, and your flight back to the UK. Now, again, when you break this down, you've got return flights to Singapore, you've got the extra night in that gorgeous hand-picked hotel. You're going to be on board this stunning 5-star ship, and I cannot emphasise just how wonderful the Celebrity experience is. You know, 5-star modern contemporary luxury.
They have the iLounge on board as well.
They
you know,
do,
so with the exchange rate with the dollar and the pound, you can go and get yourself, you know, iPads and MacBooks at a fraction of the cost. And there's also people that are trained by Apple on board to help you with things as well. It's great.
And the staterooms, you know, you can see there, they're so beautifully designed, they're so spacious, you know, they're wonderful, they really are. Now, the price tonight, there's only one date on this one, the 21st of November, so please don't leave it too long, because we've actually got a saving of £750 off the brochure price. We're also going to give you that extra night in the 5-star hotel in Singapore. And only a deposit needed. Generally speaking, if the cruise is 6 months or so in advance, you will only pay a deposit on the night. Generally speaking, we should say. Yeah. Now, excursion-wise, again, you can look at all of the excursions on our Planet Cruise website and save so much on the brochure price, but on the cruise price, you should say. But also, get them booked in advance so it stops any kind of, you know, stress on board, thinking, oh, you know,
that's it. Yeah,
is that excursion
that
full?
First day. Sometimes they are fully booked, and again, sometimes you only got a few hours to get it all done after the port showcase. That Jurong Bird Park's the world's largest walk-in aviary, the one I talked about before. It's stunning, and there you've got the Petronas Towers, which have been featured in many a movie.
Wow.